get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. Early misty morning, like I heard the engine turning in the old Ford outside. You were leaving me again today. You would convince me again today. You're leaving this hotel, looking for someone else's golden ring. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Tobias, Drew, good to see you both. Kim Catkin, what's happening? Kim Catkin from Cleveland. She's not really from Cleveland. Mary, since you're here, we'll do some DALL-E editing. Kim Catkin has honorary Cleveland status. It's not just everyone gets Cleveland status. I should come to New Zealand or Australian music festival. Yeah, we'll see if we can get them to fly us down for the for the dog stage. Greetings from the west side of the East Coast. That's funny. In a westerly direction, this car is my train. I've been driving, I've been wondering what it is I'm running from again. Feel like an 80-year-old man, all in all 29. And up ahead on that horizon is the California line. Source Camp. Not sure how long I'll last tonight. Spent 12 hours helping a friend clean out her garage. That does not sound like AI consulting to me. Did ChatGPT help you with the garage clean out? That sounds awful. Grok question mark. Crap. Answer. Although I don't think I've tried Grok 1.5, so it's possible 1.5 doesn't suck, but 1 is awful. Oh, that's good. SourceCamp shared some of the Broadway songs. I actually did some work on that today. Got some more of the outline done. If you don't know, I'm working on a Broadway musical. Well, I'm working on a musical. I just have the hubris to call it a Broadway musical because that's where I see it living. Wow, that's a really cool image. Who did that? Made this last night. Wow. Check out this image that Silver Fox made. This is slick. Look at that thing. That's cool. It's like the fucking 60s, man. We're just sort of crazing out on some crazy typography, man. Just do some more shrooms, dude. Off Broadway. I can do better than that. Love the AI Beatles song Kyle shared recently. Soon we'll have a lot more amazing songs by the Beatles. Yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting one that I'm getting lots of feedback on that. Like, this is too much. This is too much. You've gone too far. All I responded was, wow. I didn't say whether it was good or bad. But I think because I'm an AI optimist, I think they threw me in the bucket of I thought it was good. Maybe just do a guitar rendition for the whole night. Yeah, I could do that. Actually, it's not a bad idea. I'll just dick around on the guitar for a while, and then if we need to see something on the computer, I'll put it down. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday night. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. What we're learning here tonight is the 17 chords that I know. SourceCamp needs some lullabies anyway. Very nice. You and I here all alone. Sunday morning. Here at home, sky's blue and the coffee's strong. It's true. Then I open my eyes to a dream realized in front of me, and I haven't got a clue what in the world is happening to me. I think I'm happy. Huge crowd of anti-AI music creators banded together to hate on AI. Yep, that's okay. That's going to happen. Like, it's probably going to get worse before it gets better in terms of the haters. Because the only thing that's easy to see right now is the disruption. It's easy when you see that Beatles song, it's easy to see that the world before is going to cease to exist, right? And if the world before is how you make your money today, then you look at that and you go, well, things are not looking bright, right? Everything's going to die is the emotional feeling. And the reality is just that everything's going to change. It's going to die for some people. It's going to blossom for others. It's going to be completely reinvented for others. But as these tools get more and more powerful, I think we're going to see more and more people go, absolutely not. AI is the devil. Because haters going to hate. That's it, Joker. I think it's a legitimate concern musicians have about their music being used as a data set without their consent. Well, for me, I kind of go like, there's a tipping point, right? If you're effectively training it on all the data, then it kind of becomes like, this is essentially the output of humanity, and it's going into this, modern day equivalent of a museum or a library where we can go benefit from the output of society. Now, the fucked up thing about it is we're too early to have compensation models for it. So here's the deal. Here's the way I look at it. If OpenAI had gone out and gotten permission from every copyright holder for every piece of work ever created that was ever put on the internet, ChatGPT wouldn't exist. These tools wouldn't exist. Same with Suno, same with Midjourney, same with all these. Now, so this is an industry right now that's in a ask forgiveness rather than ask permission mode. Because if they ask permission, the answer would be go fuck yourself, right? So there's a very real argument to say what they're creating is absolutely for the benefit of society longer term. And that's coming at the expense of the status quo. And that's scaring the shit out of people, and I totally get that. Again, I go back to, I think that, I hope that where this goes is that we'll have I hope that we'll have systems, and maybe OpenAI makes one of these, maybe Adobe makes one of these. We'll have systems where artists can create their own models easily and charge for them, right? So I could make, if I take my photography site, I could take the official Kyle Shannon photography, all my photographs, create a Kyle Shannon photography model, put that onto whatever, Adobe stock or Getty or some shit like that. And then anytime someone uses my model to generate an image, I get, 1/100th of a penny or whatever it might be. That we compensate artists in a proactive way on the generation rather than on the use. But the current model is based on compensating them on the use, not on the generation. Right? And so what's happening is people are generating all this content that looks like other artists' content, and they're like, well, if you're going to make that content, then I can't generate on the use, right? So I think we're in a transition. We're at the very beginning of a transition, and it looks like everything's going to be flushed down the toilet. I got to quit falling asleep on TikTok, muted 17 people. There is an argument for fair use. Listen, I'm not advocating that all of what's happened is fair use. I think a lot of what's happened is fair theft, but I do not see a plausible alternative to creating a foundational large language model than getting as much data as you can get your hands on. And if it was on the internet, it's in the training set. And likely, not for nothing, even if it's not on the public internet, there's probably a lot of that in the training set too, because they probably did shit to get... Here's what's clear to me. One of the reasons OpenAI has such an advantage, they've essentially been king of the hill for more than a year now, which with things as moving as fast as they are is just weird, right? What that says to me is they got their hands on more better data. I can only assume that wasn't all done with, puppies and rainbows and smooches. Right? So we can assume that there was some They proclaimed do no evil as they were scraping the shit out of whatever they could. Because it's almost like they get one shot to do this, right? Because once people get their heads around what you're doing with their data, they're like, well, fucking pay me for using my shit, which that's the stage we're in right now. And that's, you know, that's a bit rough. But, you know, I still go back to, I think that we've got we've got to find a new way to compensate people, because if you take that Beatles song, I don't know if you've seen the Beatles song. I can play it here. It's a TikTok video that someone put up. And if you look at it, and you just go out 2 years, probably not even 2 years, you're probably just going to be able to say, I want to hear a new Beatles song, or I want to hear a new, whatever, Kyle Shannon song. And I want the topic to be this, and I want the feeling to be this, and I want it to start playing right now, and it'll start playing right now. So everyone is going to have their own... think of having Spotify, except it's only songs for you. It's this personalized thing. But you may have those in the style of your favorite artists. Well, it doesn't make sense to charge for the song that you created for an audience of one, right? Like, if I create the Kyle Shannon version of a Beatles song, and I'm just going to listen to that 2 or 3 times and then never listen to it again for the rest of my life, that doesn't make sense that you would pay an artist on that. But it does make sense that I would pay an artist every time I want to make a song that sounds like the Beatles, that would go to the Beatles estate, or whoever owns the writing rights or the recording rights, whatever rights they're in there. That makes sense to me. But the infrastructure isn't there. So all it looks like right now to artists is our life is fucked. And listen, not for nothing, being an artist, your life is fucked anyway. My wife's an artist. We're both ex-actors, right? Have you ever tried the GPT models in Azure? I haven't. I've got a proposal into one of our pharma clients right now where we'll probably have to build on top of that. So that's I might. Sam Altman just tweeted. Good Lord, people! Sam Altman's just tweeted. Hang on, we're going in. Oh, Sam. Did he tweet about the AI Learning Lab? I bet he did. Sam. Hey, Sam. Hey, what'd you just tweet about? Movies are going to become video games, and video games are going to become something unimaginably better. Okay, so that's wild. Here's my immediate response to that. Movies are going to become video games, and video games are going to be something unimaginably better. So basically, that sounds to me like video games are going to be things you enter, right? Think metaverse if it didn't suck. And then movies are going to become video games. So the way Sora works, Sora, as impressive as it is, the video model that OpenAI produced, the fact that it produces video is kind of the least interesting thing about it. The interesting thing about it is the way it's making that video is by understanding and simulating the physical world. And then it's got a special thing called patches where it breaks a frame up into, 200 patches. And then it looks at those patches over 100 frames, and that's how it maintains its consistency. But it's doing that because it understands the rules of the physical environment it's portraying. And so what this says to me is we're going to be able to do things like, I don't know, like hit a plot point in a movie and do branching narratives, or watch a scene from the getaway driver's point of view, and then watch that same scene from the cop's point of view, right? Interesting, Sam. What are you cooking up there, boy? What are you cooking up? I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, you want to see something cool? Also, listen here, people. If you go into the AI salon, into the Shameless Self-Promotion area, a guy named John Leland and I are doing a thing called the Creative Squared Playshop. What is a Playshop, you ask? Here, watch.
Hi, I'm Kyle Shannon.
And I'm John Leland.
And together we're Creativity Squared.
And we're really excited to invite you to a very fun play shop called Creativity Squared, Unleashing Your Creative Potential with Generative AI. The thing that Kyle and I agree about AI is that you need to play with it.
You get to play with these tools that are the most powerful tools in human history. And they're changing so fast that having a sense of play with it keeps you from going a little bit crazy as you're learning this stuff.
And speaking about crazy, what drives me a little bit nuts is people who aren't taking advantage of the incredible, not just the opportunity to be more productive.
Tams, are we just learning today that Kyle plays guitar? No, I usually play guitar at the beginning of every episode, but I normally put it down after like 2 minutes after the dog gets tired of singing. But I just decided to keep it on tonight. Drew said, why don't you just pluck around on your guitar while you talk to us? So that's what's going on.
But the opportunity to play creatively and get your yayas out.
One of the things that I've experienced with generative AI, you can take any idea in your head and get it out of your head incredibly quickly and manifest it into some form faster than ever before. And it allows you to operate at a higher level of creative thinking and creative execution than ever before. And it's absolutely remarkable.
I think a lot of people don't get how dramatic the changes are that are going on. The AI technology is massively powerful. So we want to help you to get the fun out, to get the play going, and take advantage of this remarkable creative revolution.
And, one of the things that hopefully we can do is we've been playing with lots of these tools so we can help you short circuit, so learning time for having to figure out which ones are worth your times, which ones are a waste of time. If you come to this workshop, none of what we're going to show you is going to be a waste of your time. We promise. We'll get you up to speed quickly and not just hand you a fish, but teach you how to fish so that you can leave this workshop and start mastering and getting AI literate moving forward.
If you've been hesitant, if you're not sure, if you're overwhelmed, there are too many tools like Kyle was saying, or you just kind of don't know where to dive in, this workshop is going to be remarkably valuable. Our intention is to help people shift from hesitant or overwhelmed into full-on play mode and just having a ball the way we are.
So anyway, that's coming. That's in the Shameless Self-Promotion area. It's a paid workshop, but we will be, if you're a member of the AI Salon, which doesn't cost anything, there's a big discount coming. So if this is something you're interested in and you're in the AI Salon, there's a discount. If you're not in the AI Salon, get your ass in the AI Salon. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life, people? Get thee to the AI Salon. So go there, thesalon.ai, and click on the first link for the AI Salon community. Go read about what we're up to. Read about our values in the welcome section. We'll talk about what we do. And think of it kind of like this. It's kind of like AI Anonymous. If you're like the only one in your life that's into this AI shit, and everyone else is like, why are you into that? AI's awful. You're a jerk. This group is not that. This group's really cool. All right, so go do that. Go join that. All right, there, people. All right, let's get back to some guitar playing. How's Frank doing? Does he have any jank to say to the world today? Maybe we'll do that. We could do a little janky action. Like AI Anonymous. Me, only one I know in person interested in AI. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that right now. Tams this is for a channel like this where I just talk about AI every fucking night. Does he ever shut up? It seems weird to think that I'm guessing north of 90% of people do not regularly use ChatGPT, and probably north of 75% of people haven't even heard of it. They don't even know what it is. That's a lot. That's a lot to not know. For something that is this transformative and that is moving this fast and that is going to be this disruptive, to have more than 3/4 of at least America, and globally it's probably worse than that, right? Not even be aware of what's coming is just wild to me. Guy next to me saw me watching you last night during Wi-Fi on our flight. Spreading the good word of AI. That's hilarious that Wi-Fi is good enough to watch the old TikTok. My IT husband makes fun of me. Yeah, see, there you go. Investor-friendly agent. That's it. IT husband makes fun of her. Oh, you're doing that stupid AI stuff. That's not real technology. It's not real programmers. That's fake. Oh, you're doing your cute little poems in your Chat GPT. Yeah, exactly. You just wait till you you make a GPT that does his job for him, and then he'll be like, "Who?"
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Tell him you're starting an IT consultancy. I think most people feel overwhelmed by it. Diana, that's a big part of why I do this is to address exactly that. And this is when I first started getting into AI, I was thinking like, oh, this is good for efficiency, and we can build automations and everything will be more efficient and we'll do our work more efficiently. And I was only thinking about this AI stuff in the context of work and computers as a work augmentation tool. And more, I'm leaning why we're calling our workshop a Playshop. Is that I think it's really important right now to play, because this is absolutely overwhelming. And I think it's important to get, to just have as good an attitude as you can about it, by just like take the pressure off having to learn it all, because you can't, and take the pressure off it having to be perfect and you knowing exactly what to do with it. So I think just playing is the key right now. So it's a really good point. Most people do feel overwhelmed by it. I think a lot of people in this channel, a lot of people on the salon right now, like the salon turned a year old in December. And so we're a year and 4 months old. And it definitely goes through macro cycles of enthusiasm, and then it kind of dips into like malaise and depression, and then it sort of rolls back up. It's these big waves, and then within it there's like lots of little waves of just, this is exciting. That's a great perspective to play. Yeah, just play. You're brilliant. Oh, thank you, Master Fortune. Yeah, and one of the things that I would strongly encourage you to do is play tangentially. I call it. I did. What did I do it for? Oh, for the workshop I just gave 2 weeks ago at the Denver thing. I came up with this idea of play in your skill vacuums. So a skill vacuum, like for me, a skill vacuum is I can't draw for shit. And while I can play guitar and sing a little bit, I don't really know music theory, and I can write songs okay, but I don't do it a lot. So I'm not good at music. I don't have the attention span for programming, right? Those are skill vacuums for me. So I think it's really exciting to play with AI in your skill vacuums and see how good the tools are doing the shit that you're not good at. Because now you get to be good at those things. And what you might find is that you're actually really good at these AI tools, that are in your skill vacuums. And you'll also have some more fun. And again, take the pressure off. Take the pressure off of having to like learn the shit you do and get better at it. And you better learn AI or you're going to be left behind. You dumb. Don't do that. Skill vacuum. I met my baby at the Fizz Club underneath the Time Cafe on the corner of Lafayette and 4th Street late one Wednesday. She offered me a red stripe. I said, baby, not a chance. We could go for a tall, cool ginger ale. How about we just dance? We did the boom, shaboom, doo, I did it. Mocha chocolate and a nitty gritty. We did the hoochie coo, the lazy ballerina. Baby, make you feel like I'm a California dreamer, yeah. Oh, Joey, cool, man. What else is going on? Who's got anything? I know someone wants to look at DALL-E editing. We'll do that in a second, but I still got my guitar on. I still got the guitar on there. A guy with no coding experience had his app released on Google Play recently. Inspired me. Yep. I heard someone talking about their 16-year-old kid like started learning AI and basically said, I think I'm going to make an iOS app. Had never coded before. And just fucking had ChatGPT walk him through the process and fucking built and launched an iOS app. That's the world we're in. And it's going to get way crazier, right? Right now, if you want to do that kind of thing, you need to know a lot of the piece part tools and duct tape them all together because everything's janky right now. Met a lawyer yesterday. First thing he told me that ChatGPT copies and his colleague got in trouble. Well, sure, because his colleague probably didn't proofread the work. I don't have a ton of sympathy for people that just use ChatGPT without really knowing how to use it and know what its limitations are. Here's the other reason to play. The other reason to play with these tools and ask them to do stupid shit and push the boundaries of them is so that you can figure out, oh, they're actually not really good at this certain kind of thing. Or when it generates like a whole marketing plan, you're like, oh, that's really impressive. And then when you read the marketing plan, you realize that the same idea is repeated like 4 different times and the language is all funky and wonky and weird. And that's probably got more to do with you being a shitty prompter than ChatGPT not being good, right? So if people are lazy and just go in and go, make me a legal brief, and then they just fucking turn the work in like, well, that was easy, I'm going golfing. That's on them. Like, understand your tools. You know, if in the 90s, if you were in print production and didn't understand the difference between RGB and CMYK images, and you put an RGB image in a CMYK print job, it was going to look like shit. That doesn't look like anything like the colors that I saw on screen. What's going on? Well, what's going on is you don't understand the tools, tool. I tried to read, but find it harder to do for long. Oh, I love to read, but find it harder to do for long. Summaries by ChatGPT to the rescue. I'll tell you what, as someone with ADD, reading for me is torture. I basically don't read because when I read, like, I don't know how it is for normal people, but when you have ADD in the particular flavor that I have, which I don't even know what it is, but it doesn't matter. The minute I start reading, the only thought in my head is, when will this be done? and like and and I'm like, how many more pages? Like, how many pages have I read? How many pages are coming? How long do you think it's going to be? Like, that's going on all the time. And then sometimes I'll hear it, or I'll recognize that I haven't, like, words have been going into my eyeballs, but the only thing my brain's been understanding is, well, if I can read a page a minute, then 15 minutes from now I'll be halfway through this. Oh, that seems like a really long time. And I go, oh, I haven't been reading, and I'll go back and I'll start the chapter over, and then fucking 3 chapters in, I'm like, this would probably take me 3 weeks. That's reading for me. So I don't do it because it's just torture. Now with ChatGPT, someone says, oh, you should go read this book. I'm like, awesome. I go in, I put in the book. I'm like, tell me what it's about. Give it to me in 10 bullet points. So I can, the 10 most important bullet points. And I can read them. I'm like, got it. Perfect. Don't need to know anymore. How did you get into AI? You know a lot. Oh, thank you very much, Julian. So I started, well, I've been in sort of tech and storytelling innovation for lots and lots of years. I'm a storyteller by training. In the mid-90s, I started one of the first online magazines, and I started one of the first digital agencies. So I was chief creative officer of a digital agency called agency.com from 95. I left in 2002. And we built a lot of the first websites for the Fortune 500. And then my current company is Storyvine, which is an automated video storytelling platform. So I'm constantly looking for, like, what's the next big thing? And like when blockchain and NFTs got all hot like 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, oh, this looks really interesting. And I got into those. And having been an entrepreneur in the early days of the World Wide Web, as I was playing around with blockchain and NFTs, I'm like, wow, there seems to be a lot of excitement around this. This seems like this could be a big thing. And then the more I learned about the projects, the more they just seemed like NFT bros trying to, like, rip each other off. They were just basically, it was like this big circle jerk of people trying to, like, serve as each other's, exit liquidity for their stupid fucking projects that had no value. So I kind of got soured by that. But while I was doing all that, I got involved with a project called PixelMind. And PixelMind was an NFT project that was built on top of Stable Diffusion. And it was kind of like Mad Libs for images. It would say, like, a cyborg, and then it would have a blank for an animal, and you'd put in lion or tiger or bunny or hedgehog. And then it was a pre-prompted thing that would make this amazing image. And so I spent like 6 or 7 months just playing around with PixelMind, like looking at AI images. And then I thought, this is fascinating. There's something here. So maybe I should learn Stable Diffusion. And so I taught myself how to install Stable Diffusion and use Google Colab notebooks. And I failed 9 times, like 9 different sitting down at the computer trying to get Stable Diffusion to run, and just failed fucking miserably. And then I finally got it, and I installed this thing called Dream Booth, which allowed me to upload pictures of myself and have Stable Diffusion make like these really crazy self-portraits of me. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And in fact, like these are... I love that image. These are some of the images that I did using Stable Diffusion and Dream Booth. And as I made all these sort of crazy ass images of me, I was like, well, they're me, but they're not me. And it's like this guy is sort of like, Fat Willy Wonka. It's funny. Dream Booth, it either made me super handsome or like fucking 450 pounds. But I thought that was this is fucking funny. And then like I would see this and I'm like, I wonder what this guy's story is. I wanted to know their story. So I created a project called Kyle Shannon Dreams with all these images that I wrote the stories for. And so just about the time I was getting my head around this stuff, ChatGPT came out. And so that was November 30th, 2022. And I immediately lost my mind and realized, holy shit, this is the next World Wide Web. That ChatGPT represents for machine learning what the World Wide Web represented for the internet. That easy access where everyone can now have access to these incredibly powerful tools. And so I started the AI salon the next week. Like I literally, when ChatGPT came out, I was already kind of into this stuff and thinking about starting a group. And then ChatGPT came out and I'm like, fuck it. So December 7th, 2022, we had our first AI salon meeting. And we've had them every 2 weeks ever since. And then I started this TikTok channel then, and I started a newsletter, and I started thinking about completely rethinking my company's Storyvine and what we do. And so I've been building and thinking about it and just playing for the last 2 years. So that's kind of what's going on. So, you know, I ain't got book smarts. I ain't got a degree in it, if you know what I mean. I can't wait until the next chapter so I can stop. Then I want to know what's next, so I will read. Oh, wait, I can't wait until the next chapter so I can stop. Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm the same way. I'm anywhere but reading the book. My brain is in the future. It's in the past. It's thinking about some bowl of chili I had a week ago. It's just the way the cookie crumbles in the old neuron factory. I've never related so well as this moment. Oh, that's awesome. My eyes leave the book page constantly, and then I have to constantly reread stuff. And you know what I do, Silver Fox, when I have to constantly reread it, is I then judge myself because I'm like, oh, you should be able to read better. Like, so I'm back rereading it. And then the only thing I'm thinking is, you're a piece of shit reader, you stupid loser. You can't even think about a paragraph. And then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't read that paragraph again. I go back. I'm like, oh, you have to start this one over twice? And then about that time, I'm like, hey, you know what? I think juggling seems good now. Oh, good lordy. Turn all books into movies. I know. Well, that's fun. You know, when you have a brain that's not good with reading, and I hear that a movie is coming out of a book, I'm like, fucking yes. And like everyone that I know that reads is like, oh, that's going to be awful. Why are you talking about me and reading my mind, Kyle? Well, I think the neurospiciness, there's some self-selecting neurospiciness in this channel, Danielle. I think if you can tolerate me, you got some stuff going on. So I think it's when I'm trying to read a paragraph, I jump the lines. It's never ending. I know, it's totally never ending. I gave up. Audiobooks are my jam. I'm okay with audiobooks sometimes. And then there's other times. You know what my problem is? It's like, well, like this channel is evidence of it, is I get an idea in my head, and then if someone posts a comment that triggers another idea, like I just say the idea. And so the same thing happens to me with reading and with audiobooks or even podcasts. I'll be listening to a podcast and, Paul Reitzer will say something about some AI technology and I'll think, oh yeah. And then I'm like, well, if I use that AI technology, I could put it with this one. And I'm having a whole fucking conversation and Paul Reitzer is still talking in my ear, but I'm not hearing a fucking thing he's saying because I'm up here or wherever I am back here because the prefrontal cortex is completely non-existent. I swear I can read. I would just rather hear it. See, that's the shame thing. I know. Oh, that's really funny. That's a funny thing when people say, oh, I read that book, and then they say, yeah, I did the audiobook. I'm like, You didn't read that book. You listened to that book. That's a different thing. These are eyes. These are ears. Those are not the same thing. You didn't read. Oh, man. Neurospicy. I love this term. Yeah, it's a good one. I didn't come up with it, but I've totally adopted it. No shaming. Ears are just as good as eyes. Good point. Wait, but just say I listened to a book. Just don't say you read one. I guess there's an OCD thing there for me. I mostly don't have OCD, but I do have some anal retentive things on very specific things. like if something's not quite lined up, I get all OCD on it, on little things. Higgsfield.ai released a Sora competitor aimed at Hollywood today. Apple only. Higgsfield.ai. I haven't heard of that. Well, everyone's going to say they're competing with Sora because Sora's not out yet. Higgsfield.ai. Foundational model company wants to democratize social media creation, so they're not going after Hollywood, or so they say. Did they add audio? This is nowhere in the fucking neighborhood of Sora. Not even close. If they're claiming they're a competitor to Sora, see, here's the thing. There's all these apps on TikTok that are advertising Sora is out and you can use it. They're just doing it on stable video diffusion. These guys might have something in the hopper coming that's Sora like, but this isn't. Like, you can't really see it. Like, his hand is just a blob. That guy's got no face. Now he just turned into a black guy. And they had that awkward kissing moment. So this car is moving forward, but the dust is being kicked forward. Like, so why Sora's good is Sora understands the physics of what it's doing. This clearly doesn't. Yeah, this is on the quality of stable video diffusion, Runway, Pika, all that stuff right now. All the tools right now that I've seen, other than Sora, are in the same kind of class and category. Notice they're also doing quick 2 or 3 second jump cuts. 2 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, there's going to be lots and lots of tools coming out claiming to have this. I'm subscribing to every or most AI podcasts, non-Hollywood competitor. I enjoy audiobooks too. Any good podcasts you can recommend? I like Paul Reitzer's Artificial Intelligence podcast, I think it's called. Paul Reitzer from the Marketing AI Institute. There's another one called Last Week in AI. That's pretty good. That one's a little more technical, but those guys are decent. So did Michael Jackson have access to huge to huge hit called Chicago. I don't know what that means, Joker. Am I being dense and not getting your comedy stylings? It's possible. Take to the highway, won't you lend me your name? Your way and my way seem to be one and the same. GPT-4 can't scan websites. Even the custom switch says it can. You know what, Kyle? I've been experiencing for the past week or so. ChatGPT is not is not searching websites. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Satya Nadella and Sam got in a tiff. And Bing is not being happy. I don't know. Oh, you want to know something cool I did today? No, Kyle, tell us, please. That's why we're here. So I started this musical about the experience that Kevin Roose, the technology reporter from the New York Times, had with Microsoft Bing when it first came out. When Microsoft Bing told him its name was Sydney and that she loved him and he should leave his wife for her. And so on this here channel, I made a song about that, and it was so good. I was like, that sounds like it could be a musical. And I thought, wait, this is a good idea for a musical. And then as I've been bringing this thing to life, there's like this part of me that's like, fuck it. Like, have they already sold the story rights to it? If they've already sold it, then, and then do I need to get like PR teams involved from Microsoft and from the New York Times and from Kevin Roose because he wrote the story. So I thought, well, what if I fictionalize this? And so I had ChatGPT help me brainstorm names to replace all of the names. So the New York Times is now the New York Tribune. And Microsoft is Microtech. And Kevin is Kellen. And his wife Tova is Tara. And then Bing is Ping. And then Sydney's Sydney. Because Sydney was just a code name, so fuck them. They didn't trademark that. So we're keeping Sydney. And then I'll do something like, an imagining of, a real life event. Let's go see if ChatGPT is connected to the internet right now. What's the weather in Denver tomorrow? See, it got this. Go to storyvine.com and tell me what the company does. It's possible, because what I'm not seeing right now is, normally you get browse with Bing, or like, logging onto a website, surfing the website. It might be that they changed the way they're doing it. It might be searching the web, but it's not indicating that it's doing that. I wonder, be curious to know if they added that as a preference. Settings. Open plugin dev tools. Always show code when using data analyst. Archive all chats. Delete all chats. Speech beta features. No, this all looks the same. It's all the same. I don't know. Shit's changing. Shit's absolutely changing in how they're searching the web. So I don't have a good answer for you though, other than janky is as janky does. Embrace the jank. Here, seriously though, Kyle. Claude is not connected to the internet. Pi is connected to the internet. Gemini is connected to the internet. Copilot from Microsoft is connected to the internet. And then ChatGPT-4, when it decides it wants to be, is connected to the internet. And then Poe is also connected to the internet. So you have a number of different alternatives that are connected to the internet. My go-to recently, if ChatGPT is shitting the bed, if it's a writing thing, I'll go to Claude because I like the larger context window. But if it's an internet thing, I'll actually go to Google Gemini 1.5 Pro, which you can only get to through aistudio.google.com. That's their little development environment for making chatbots and shit like that. And it's pretty good. Gemini's pretty good at doing stuff connected to the internet. Does it have citations? Does what have citations? Google? Gemini? It's pretty good. Sometimes it brings up website previews. Sometimes it gives you citations. Yeah, it does. My brother lives in Castle Rock. I missed the weather forecast. The weather forecast for Denver tomorrow, April 5th, indicates it will be partly cloudy with highs in the mid-70s and lows in the low 40s. The wind is expected to come from the south-southwest at speeds of 19 up to 19 miles an hour. Humidity will be around 22%, and there's a 0% chance of precipitation, making for a dry and relatively warm day.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You can make money with weather voiceovers. When I ask Copilot what LLM it's using, it won't tell me. It's being very cagey about it. Sydney is a fickle beast. I love Pi myself. Maybe I need more friends. That's really good. Oh, you gonna sing again, buddy? You wanna sing? The fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Ooh, oh, yeah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. Saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she smashed your throne and cut your hair. From your lips she drew hallelujah. Da 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 da, la da la da da da. Ta-da. All right, let me put the guitar down. Let's go look at some. I tried to do. Uh-oh. Hang on. I had to do a puzzle piece to keep this thing live. I tried to do some style reference last night. It did not go well. Down, 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 down. Katie Lang does the best hallelujah. That Katie Lang hallelujah that she did at the Grammys, it is only rivaled by the Brandi Carlile performance of, I think it was of The Joke. Was it The Joke? At the Grammys like 3 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, that Katie Lang version of Hallelujah was crazy. Oh, good. Laughing Thunder's having problems with style reference too. Yeah, I don't understand it enough to use it well. It was funny when it first came out, and I think I was doing it on Discord, and it was doing okay. When it first came out, I got it to behave like I expected it to, and then when I tried to show it the other night, it was a bad fail. It wasn't even close. No one but Cohen singing Hallelujah. I mean, I appreciate that. You know, Leonard Cohen and Tom Waits, there's certain singers that they are who they are, but I wouldn't necessarily call them great singers. Bob Dylan's one of those. Like, incredibly distinctive and original and amazing. But Katie Lang? Come on. That woman can fucking wail. Brandi Carlile? What did I miss out on about the style stuff? I've been buried in my work items. Nothing. What you missed out on was that I tried to show everybody how to use style reference in Midjourney last night and failed miserably. Let's go play a little. Let's go play. Oh, it's late. I forgot I started late, so we'll do a little playing and then we'll get out of here. All right, there's Silver Fox's global art prompter, which is cool. Go check that out. I guess I'll go to. I'm gonna use the DALL-E GPT, Adobe Express. Huh, that's new. An Adobe Express GPT. Stand out with Adobe Express. Quickly and easily make impactful social posts, images, video flyers, and more. Your use of Adobe Express GPT is acceptance of our terms of service. Do you have to be legal assholes even in your description of your product, Adobe? Really? Good Lord. They have as many 1-star ratings as 5-star ratings. So what does that mean? How many people have used this? 50,000 conversations. All right, let's see what it does. Design a logo for my donut shop. I need, let's see. Make me an Insta post for my knob. My knob polishing shop. If you're new here, one of the things you need to know about this channel is it really is just me entertaining myself. Okay, Adobe Express wants to talk to Adobe Express.io. Always allow. That's cool. So, okay, so they've built a GPT where they've done an API hook into their service. Mike Ken's design. Oh, we found you some related templates. Here are some of the designs relevant to your query that you can edit over there. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, I gotta go sleepy soon. Oh, okay, so let me Mary, let me make you an image here. Same deal as Cam. This is shitty. It didn't even write a piece of copy and insert the copy into it. This is just to find designs over on Adobe Express. No thanks. Okay, let's go. That's just a piece of crap. All right, let's go to DALL-E. Let's make us an image. Start chat. Let's see. Black and white photo of a billboard on Route 66 with a gas station on one side and a Chrome diner on the other, period. In the distance is a thunderhead of dramatic proportion, period. The contrast is high and the lighting is spectacular, period. The image should be 16 by 9 wide format. All right. So let's get us. Okay, that's the other thing happening with ChatGPT lately is it doesn't submit, like you submit your oops, crap. I just dropped some cards. Damn it. I'm not just talking to you. I'm also shuffling cards. Why do you ask? You submit shit, and it disappears out of your chat box, but it doesn't submit it, and then it reappears in your chat box. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. They're clearly building some shit while we're using it, but it seems there be an issue with processing your request at the moment. Let's try something else or explore different ideas. Try again. Oh. It's still typing. I know, because so that was another thing. Apple changed when I put on the microphone to talk speech to text. It used to be that when you would finish and hit return, it would turn off the speech to text, and then Apple changed how that worked. Oh my goodness, it's not making images, people. Let me go try it. Not in DALL-E. Maybe there's something about how they're rewriting these that's just not happy. Let me just go to regular chat GPT. And it seems slow lately. I agree with that. It's weird. It's slow. It's janky. It's jankier than normal. Adobe is Adobeing. Yeah, that they shouldn't have launched that GPT. If all it's doing is finding you templates on Adobe Express, no. Ooh, that's nice, actually. But wait, where's the billboard? In the foreground is a billboard that says janky is as janky is as janky does. Exclamation point. All right. Let's make a second version of this, and then we'll start editing it. Maybe Azure is on fire. I think the reason Pate was late tonight is he was accelerating the heating of the Azure servers. Slow that shit down. I guess your little NVIDIA GPUs aren't as good as our little TPUs, are they now? Okay, Janky as Janky does. Perfect. Okay. So there's our beautiful high contrast thundercloud in the distance. It combined our gas station and our Chrome diner. And the car kind of sucks. And it says Janks as Janky does. So if we want to edit this now, you click on the image. Wait, did it? Hang on. The hell's going on? Okay, there they are. Okay. So here's our image, and then here's a little chat session over here. And if I want to edit this, you click on this little select button at the top. See this right here? That little thing? Here, let me make it bigger until it goes away. That's good. This one right here. It's sort of a palette with a paintbrush in it, but it looks like they got an intern to draw that icon, to be quite honest, but whatever. Okay, so we are now going to just draw over this misspelling. This is the way I think I'm going to mostly use this editing, because the editing is weird where sometimes it doesn't work at all. So there's my selection. Clear select. Can I do shift select? Yes. Oh, it's not shift select. It just does it. Okay. So Janks as Janky does. So I'm just going to put in quote marks here. Janky. Caney. Janky is as Janky does. Exclamation point. Quote marks. That's all I'm going to put. I'm just make that those words. And then it's going to go off. So it's got the selection that we, did there. And it's going to do what's called in painting, which is basically just painting in there. And it'll leave the rest of it alone. Pate, I use the internal beta for Gemini pretty much exclusively over Chat GPT now. It's good. Is that the 1.5 Pro beta, Pate, or the next one that we don't have access to yet? I feel like having a daiquiri. Make that happen. Janky is as Janky does. Come on, really? Try it again. Now I could just do Janky is as Janky does and just do the does part. But let's try to get it bigger. Let me go all the way to the ends and see if we can get it to. All right. Janky is as Janky does. I even spelled it correctly, so it's not on me, people. And if you're wondering why it can't spell, the fact that it can spell at all is a little minor miracle. Because the way these things work is just crazy. It's a lasso. Oh, it's a lasso with a pencil in it? I thought it was a paintbrush with a palette. Oh well, we'll see. Then they definitely need some work. It's beyond the beginning advanced 1.5 thing, so no access. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'm excited. Listen, if you're playing with stuff that you're excited about, that's great. My mom made me one before. It was good. I loved it. I love daiquiris. Nice. Nice. Janky is as Janky does. There you go. So we now have. Can I close this? Yeah. So this image is now. We've got the different versions. There's the original. There was the next one. And then here's one that says Janky is as Janky does. And that's not bad. I mean, it's janky. It's for janky for sure. And I can download this now. And let's open that bad boy up. Let's see. Let's see if we got any goodness in here. That looks pretty good. That all looks like shit. The car looks like shit. Chili's not spelled right. But, you know, with this editing thing, you could go in and you could fix all that, right? You could fix the American flag that's all chopped off right there. This bucket of Tupperware bins you could get rid of. the two Route 66 signs next behind the diner. That the owner of the diner that stole the Route 66 signs for his diner, you could fix those. But like this part actually looks pretty good. I take a fair amount of photographs, and that looks like something I'd put together. That's pretty cool. Beauty! Like the Oppenheimer cloud. I know, that is. It's very, very thunderheady. Anyway, that's that. That's editing in Chat GPT. All right, you people. I know it's getting late. It's been fun here tonight. Hope you had fun. It was a little serenading, little jokey jokes. The dog sang twice. He is out now. He's not used to a two performance night. He is out. So, if you want to support the channel, follow me. By the way, I'm at 34,900 and something, and it's been there for a while. So I think I'm like 20 people away from 35,000 followers. And like I've said before, here's what happens at 35,000 followers. Nothing. But it would be cool. So fucking follow the channel. You got tools, but you probably all already do. If you're hanging out here, you're probably like, yeah, we already follow you, man. We can't follow you more than once. You know, whatever, man. Like, whatever. I'm just going to smoke a doob and catch some Z's. I'll see you in the morning, dude. Fine. Don't follow me. Keep showing up here. Subscribe to the lives if you want, or you can buy the video series there. Or also join the AI Salon. And go check out Shameless Self-Promotion. I've got a workshop coming up on April 20th that I put in Shameless Self-Promotion. And I'll be putting a discount code for AI Salon people in there if that's something you're interested in. All right? So, thank you, subscribers. Thank you for all the gifts that you're giving. Vegas Moxie, Empowered Pixels, Robert Rossi, all of you who've been doing that all night tonight. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Subscribers are amazing. Irregulars, all of you are amazing. Mods, thank you so much. Fun night tonight. Thanks. Why is life so fast? I know. Because it is. I'm fucking 58. It's not only is it fast, it accelerates. The older you get, it's like zzz. You start out, you're like I'm never gonna get there. I'm never gonna get there. Oh, I'm there. I'm there. Oh shit. Night. Don't forget to turn the light outs. Night, Vicky. Good to see you. Ciao, peace, everyone. May your prompts always be. What was that? May your prompts always get prompt responses. Nice. I like that. Spring chicken still at 58. Exactly. I'm just a baby. Life is turbocharged. It's all a blur. It totally is. We hit level 27 tonight. Nice, Danielle. Very nice. Robert Rossi, thank you so much. Empowered Pixels. Title gifter, by the way. Gavin Biddy, good night. Enjoy your daiquiri. Sun just turned 1. Time is wild. Time is wild, man. My kids are fucking 23. I got 23-year-old twin boys, Pate. And it's like, seriously, like, really take the time to take in the ages, because, like, here's what happens with all the different ages. you get frustrated that at one they're just such a pain in the ass, and but then they're two, and then what you kind of learn at each of the ages is you never get to go back. Like, oh shit, I miss it when he was like that. So goes quick. So take it all in. Vicky, mine are 22, 23, 35, and 37. Holy shit! Wow, crazy. That's amazing. I'm a grandmother. How did that happen? I have a friend from Oz go to Hawaii for his 50th birthday party. The theme was Hawaii 5-0. I'm going to miss the song by Trace Atkins. I think Gavin's had a few too many daiquiris. Now he's just having external dialogue. Yeah, I like this song from Trace Atkins. Mama, give me another daiquiri. Oh, we perceive time relation to how long we have lived, so it really does go faster the older we get. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because like all those years kind of collapse into like the four main memories, and then they're broken into some. But it's like, yeah, that's interesting. All right, everybody. My back hurts now that I'm a year older. Well, that gets much fucking worse, Danielle. Get ready for the back situation. I just thought about that song when you talked about time. It's okay, Gavin. I'm just picking on you. All right, everybody. Tomorrow's Friday night date night. It is first Friday here in Denver, so Gabby's show is still up and doing its thing. So it'll definitely be later tomorrow night, but we'll do Friday night date night probably around 9:30 is my guess, because first Fridays here in Denver, and especially in the spring, it'll probably be really busy. Oh, and there's office hours tomorrow. If you want to hang out, there's a cool group of people on LinkedIn. I do this thing called AI Office Hours. I post you just go to my, what's it called, account, at Kyle Shannon on LinkedIn, and I'll post an invite to AI Office Hours tomorrow morning, like, I don't know, 8 o'clock my time, something like that. And it's 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and it's an hour long, and it's just like people hanging out, talking about business, stuff like that. So if you want to hang out and talk in a smaller group, it's on Google Meet. It's fun. So it's a good group of people. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to get on out of here. You have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.